Welcome to Onourshelf. Today what I have is a full review of the gold wireless stereo headset by PlayStation. So just in case you missed my unboxing video earlier, basically this is what comes in the box. You get the headphones themselves, a couple of manuals, a wireless adapter, a travel pouch, a 3.5mm audio cable, and a micro USB charge cable. So the first thing you're going to want to do once you get out of the box is charge it up. So plug this in into the PlayStation headset and plug this in into a USB charging port. And to fully charge these things from zero, meaning the battery is at zero, it took me about an hour and 10 minutes. But that probably depends on the source you have it plugged into. And while the headset is charging, you can go ahead and plug the PlayStation 4 wireless adapter into the PlayStation 4 itself. This is what makes the headset wireless. Next up, let's start with the actual features and design of the actual headset itself. So right here we have the sound and chat button. And what this button does is that it allows you to raise or lower the volume of the players on the other end of your headset. So if someone's playing that loud music in the middle of a game, you want to just tune them out, this works perfect for that. Here is the actual mic right here, that little bitty small hole. Right here we have your virtual surround sound button. You can turn it on or off. This is the game volume buttons. You can turn them up or down. Right here you have the mute button to mute all the sound entirely. Right here you have your off and on button. Off is off, 1 and 2 is on. 1 is your standard mode and 2 is your programmable mode that you can use with the companion app that you download from the PlayStation Store. You have an audio jack port and a micro USB port. So pretty much the entire design of this thing is plastic. As you can see all around, it's just plastic everywhere. And plastic doesn't make for a bad product if it's done right. And in this case, the only problem I see with the plastic is that it attracts greasy smudges. And plus it's a little bit flimsy. Now inside the headband you have a soft cushion and it's very soft and comfortable. The ear cushions themselves are soft and plush as well, and they're not cheap, but they're definitely not high end either. The ear cups do rotate to fit around the shape of your head. And as you can see inside the actual ear pad itself, your actual ear helix or ear flap fits in there. And overall they do look and feel pretty solid. Both ear cushions are collapsible, and as you can see right here, this is what I mean by flimsy. As I said earlier, the ear cushions don't stay up. But that's not really your problem, and when you do have them finally folded, you can put them away. They store inside this bag right here, and inside this bag you can also fit a couple of the micro USB cables and auxiliary cables as well. And keep in mind, the included bag isn't like protective or anything like that. It's just a carrying bag. I mean, if you drop it inside this bag, it's not gonna add much protection, if any at all. Now here's how they look when I actually put them on my head. Now I have a medium-sized head, and these things weigh right around 2 pounds. And the weight's not an issue for me at all. They feel pretty light, and they also stay on really well, so if I'm moving my head around because I'm losing, I don't have to worry about these things falling off. Now let's talk about the main thing, sound quality, and first we're going to start with the actual mic itself. Okay, so this is a test of the PlayStation Gold headset. I'm currently talking to it right now. You can hear my voice. I'm going to say some things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The microphone's right here on this particular headset. I'm going to go ahead and tap it so you can hear it well. And this was just a test. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So as you can see, voice quality is fine. I had no problems with the mic itself. I sounded clear to the people on the other end of the line. And a friend of mine had the exact same pair, and we were playing games online. And I was listening to him talk through these headphones themselves, and he sounded clear to me. So we had no problems with the mic. So the mic gets a pass. There's no problems there. And keep in mind, before you actually start playing games, you can go inside the PlayStation Store and download the headset companion app itself. And from there you can pick pre-programmed sound profiles and pick the actual profile that you think will be best for the game or movie that you're watching at the particular time. And you can actually tweak some of these profiles if you like as well. And this is a neat feature that adds a little bit more customization to the headset itself, but overall I wasn't too impressed with it. I didn't notice really big differences while using this feature itself. And the fact that you have to actually go to the app to change the profiles kind of sucks. You can't do it on the headset itself. That way would have been better, because that way you could have done live testing. Now I thought the sound itself on these particular headphones were good. Not great, but they were definitely good. I mean, you gotta keep in mind that these are $100 the whole time you're listening to them, and you don't forget that you're wearing them. Now you can't compare something like these to, let's say, something like the Astro 850s. I've seen a few reviews so far, and I see people comparing these to those, and it's like, those are $300 headphones. You can't compare the two. When I was wearing these the whole time, I kept in mind that I paid $100 for these, and how do they sound? And with that mind frame, I was very impressed by these actually. The only problem I did have when I'm playing games like Call of Duty, and sometimes you hear like a grenade coming from behind you, hear some footsteps, it was kind of hard to hear where you hear those particular things, but trying to pinpoint exactly where they're coming from, that was kind of a challenge. Whereas if you did have headphones like the Astro 850s, that type of clarity or that directional sound was a lot better on headphones like those. As far as how loud they are, they're not that loud as you might expect for earphones to be this big, but they're definitely loud enough. I mean, to the point where any louder than this, you're definitely damaging your eardrums, but that's how a lot of people like them anyway. So you might be disappointed if you like your sound extremely loud. You're not gonna get that out of these. These have like a limit on them, which is less than most would expect. And as far as bass goes, it is there. It does seem a little bit flat at times, but again, I'm looking at these through a pair of $99 glasses, and for that, I guess the bass is acceptable, but it's nothing to brag about. The same could be said for the 7.1 virtual surround sound feature. You'll notice when it's on, but for certain games, when it's off, certain games actually sound better. Now, the last thing I'm going to touch on is battery life, and that was one of the most impressive things about these particular headphones. These things just do not want to die. It seemed like particularly when they got on that last bar would not kill these things for some reason. They just keep going, and I got right around 8 hours of battery life, so that's very impressive. So in closing, these are a very affordable pair of headphones, and if my budget is $100, these are the headphones that I would be getting. If you're a very serious gamer and you game in tournaments and you used to having nothing but the best $300, $400 pair of headphones, these are not going to do it for you. Don't even waste your time. But if you're someone like me who does casual gaming, I play less than 4 hours worth of games in a week, if I can even get to that, these work perfect for me. So that has been my review of the PlayStation Gold wireless headset. Take care. I'll see you guys in our next video, and thanks for watching.